banks of the Ohio River, we welcome you to Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here's Burrow going to begin this one with a pass. He'll find Andre Yusufov. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Burrow here on 2nd down. That's complete to all the tight ends. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Here's Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. 20 yards on that pass play. It's a Cincinnati 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Lamar going to work from the pistol. He keeps it himself. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Bateman is the motion man. They'll run here with Hill. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Bengals offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. They bring Chase in motion. A 1st down throw for Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
At some point, you would just like to see that internal clock start to speed up. The longer the play goes on, the more vulnerable you become as the quarterback. Get rid of the ball, but no matter what, you have to avoid the sack.
The Bengals out and ready to punt. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. He'll try and set up the screen to Hill. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Off the play fake. Jackson. Crazy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A 28-yard gain. And the Ravens 1st down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Oh, they leave Hill wide open. How'd they do that? 25 yards, the pickup there. 1st down, Baltimore.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Hopkins sent in motion. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Play action now. Jackson. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again. That is Trey Hendrickson, the veteran, in there to record the sack.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 10. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Bengals offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. On 1st down, Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down. Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
2nd down, Burrow. Open man, downfield, Chase has it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Andre Yosivas. Touchdown, Bengals.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. The Ravens offense ready to take over once again. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. On play action, here's Jackson. This one caught downfield by Flowers. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
2nd down, Jackson. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson up top again. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Bateman is the motion man. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got it at the 7. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal. To the air one more time with Jackson. And he'll take it on in. Justice Hill. Touchdown, Ravens. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Back to throw, Burrow. Backs to his big tight end, Gesicki. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Gesicki, the man in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That is caught. Finding Higgins. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That one's to the sideline complete. Nice grab as he stays in bounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Taken in by Gesicki. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Working out of the gun, Burrow. You'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Good-looking drive rolls on 18 more yards. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. And this will be from 42 yards out. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, halftime here in Cincinnati, and the Bengals are on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. He'll go again here with Henry. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On first and 10, Jackson. That is left side and caught by Flowers. They'll work now on second and 4. It's the tight end Likely in motion. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now on second down. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's a second and 9. In motion comes Andrews. Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on time. No motion over Flowers. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
That'll be caught along the sideline. Good work there.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
From the gun, Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of, That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
In motion comes Andrews. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. Play action now. Jackson. Taking off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Bateman is the motion man. Off the play fake. Jackson. He'll let this go towards the end zone. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
3rd and long for Jackson. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. A short one taken at the 10. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Burrow now. They'll set up the screen to Brown. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They bring Chase in motion. A 1st down throw for Burrow. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Well, let's give the defense a little credit here. You talk about read and reacting quickly. They recognize the screen right out of the jump, and he's able to beat the blocker to the spot and keep him to no gain.
2nd down, Burrow. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow to the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw is Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Burrow to throw. That one finds Chase. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Now a second down throw for Burrow. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. To the goal line and in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. On is McPherson for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bengals will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd, sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
2nd and a yard. In motion comes Andrews. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. They'll motion over Flowers. He'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 10. First down, Ravens.
First and 10. On the option, they give it to Henry. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. to go right back to Henry. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. Now Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Flowers. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll motion over Flowers. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And he will score. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to get back at it. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. Brown. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Here is 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. They get 10 yards on the hook up there, and the Bengals going to have a first down.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They are trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the fourth quarter?
Taken in by Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. They'll send their tight end left. Burrow here on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
They'll stick to the ground. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So out now, Evan McPherson in a big spot. This a potential game winner. This kick is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense back onto the field for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his tight end. It's Andrews. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
Going up top and looking for Andrews. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.